I'm aware that the lighting with the window right there might not be great. Well, where are you going, Bear? You, you were gonna be in it, Bear. You were gonna. Fine then. I can't. She won't take direction at all. So today, the Arizona Coyotes have signed Nick Schmaltz. This is one of those weird contracts where a guy signs while he's injured. He's out for the rest of the year, and he signs a 7-year extension for $40.95 million. No word on what the clauses are or how much of that's going to be signing bonuses, like whether there's a no movement or a no trade. Now, I enjoy me some Nick Schmaltz. I do. I think he's a really good player. But this seems like a lot of money for a guy who scored 34 goals in the NHL. 179 games played. Last year he had 21 goals, 31 assists for 52 points. Very good player for Chicago. He had 11 points in 23 games before Chicago traded him. He had 14 points in 17 games for Arizona. So John Chayka saw enough in those 17 games to say the guy's worth $40 million plus over 7 years. $5.8 million cap hit. It's high. The term is long, and again, it's for a guy who drafted in the first round in 2014. Likely is a top 6 player for Arizona for quite a while to come. But I do wonder. I have my curiosity about this. When you have a restricted free agent coming up, I think bridge contracts here make a lot more sense than a 7-year deal. If you see guys getting 4 and 5 years, and then you see Schmaltz getting 7, it just kind of feels like the NHL's going towards contracts that are in the more rational area, and Arizona's like, nah. And it's weird because it's Arizona, right? So when they're spending money like this, it's kind of strange, but it does leave things it's odd. Now I know Arizona has a ton of cap space. Their current cap space, $160 million. Yeah, I get what they're saying in here, but that's interesting. Projected cap space is $6.88 million. So they spend towards the cap. They do, and a lot. There's going to be some money in there that goes to contracts that. But they are a team with some interesting contracts, and Schmaltz gets added to that. So Schmaltz is coming out of his entry level, right? Where is he in here? He's on the injured reserve. So yeah, he's coming out of going from $925K to $5.85 million now. Antti Ranta's in there. He's got $4.25 million, which is a good cap hit. Of course, there's Hossa on injured reserve. Boland comes off the books. People are going to be like, wait, Dave Boland's still getting paid? Yep. He's paid till this summer, $5.5 million. That's dead money they have there. Copa Bianco's on there as well. He's an RFA next summer. But Boland's $5.5 million comes off this year. So let's go take a look at right now, next year. Projected cap space for next year's $5.12 million. Yeah, that's counting all those dead contracts. They're not paying that much money. But it is interesting because they have like a Derek Stepan at $6.5 million until 2021. They have Galchenyuk's $4.9 million cap hit this year and next. And Galchenyuk's going to be an interesting one next summer for Arizona, how much he's going to get paid. Panik is a UFA this summer at $2.8 million. I don't know that he gets a raise on that. Their blue line's expensive. Ekman Larson at $8.25 million that kicks in next summer, as in the summer of 2019, and that goes forever. $5.48 million being paid to Goligoski until 2021. $3.94 million to Demers, and Jalmerson with $5 million that kicks in next summer, and that's for 2 years. So they're an interesting team, are the Arizona Coyotes, because they spend more money than we think they do. Because we look at those contracts they acquire that are for players that are, like Marian Hossa, Dave Bolin. They had Datsuk on their books at one point. They took Pronger. These guys will never play again, so they get the rep with that. But they are starting to spend some money. The thing that I'm wondering is this, and whether they make the playoffs this year or not. do they have the top 6 talent to be a perennial playoff team, or at least in contention for the playoffs? Or is this year going to turn out to be this kind of a Cinderella run that either ends up with a playoff appearance or doesn't, but it's a feel-good story, and then next year do they drop? What's going to happen? And is Nick Schmaltz a part of a much bigger conversation with Arizona? And, it's funny because I've had people wanting me to do a video on the whole Houston angle, that Arizona's going to get sold to Houston and Houston's going to look to move the team. I can't find any really recent news sources regarding this. And I'm talking like a legit website news source that's reporting it. And so until I see that, it's going to stay as is. Because I think Arizona is still in the NHL short and long-term plans. And clearly, Nick Schmaltz is in Arizona's short and long-term plans. So how do you guys feel about the money, and how do you guys feel about the term? Like I said, for a guy with a very short resume at the NHL level, it seems like a lot of term. We all had a good laugh at the whole Nylander thing when that happened. And there was a lot of bonuses in that. There's a lot of reasons why that contract looked to be extravagant. But this contract, that's a lot of money for a guy who should be getting a bridge contract. It should have been a 2 or 3 year show me deal, especially considering the injury he's going to be coming off of in the fall. So let me know how you guys feel about it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.